Do you have a terrible audition experience?
I do. I do have a terrible audition
What is
experience.
it?
I was actually, oddly enough, auditioning for a Broadway show of a very famous Broadway musical.
Rachel Zegler's Hollywood dream has turned into an absolute nightmare, and what I'm about to reveal will shock you to your core. The actress who once believed she'd have people waiting in line to see her movies is now facing consequences so severe that industry insiders are calling it career suicide. Sources close to Disney reveal that Rachel's behavior during Snow White promotion was so damaging that executives are allegedly preparing legal action that could destroy her financially forever. The whispers around Hollywood suggest she's not just blacklisted. She's being made an example of what happens when you bite the hand that feeds you. Multiple theater witnesses claim her recent Evita performance ended with her sobbing uncontrollably on stage. And it wasn't tears of joy. Behind the scenes, crew members report she's been having explosive outbursts, seeking constant therapy, and displaying behavior so erratic that security had to be called multiple times. The girl who thought she could take on Disney and win is about to learn why nobody crosses the mouse and survives. Industry veterans are saying this isn't just about one bad movie. This is about Disney sending a message that will echo through Hollywood for years to come.
You're crying on that stage.
When am I not crying in public? It's so upsetting.
Why were you crying?
Oh my gosh, I saw the well, we didn't even see. We didn't even see, but I saw the logo and I went, that's my name. Snow White's up there, and I cried my eyes out.
What happened behind Disney's closed doors during Snow White's promotion will blow your mind. And leaked sources suggest the studio was in full crisis mode trying to control Rachel's every move. According to insider reports, Disney executives held emergency meetings specifically about Rachel's social media activity, with some sources claiming they assigned a full-time handler just to monitor her posts 24/7. The speculation is that Disney spent millions trying to contain the damage she was causing, hiring PR firms and crisis management teams that normally handle major corporate scandals. Rumors suggest that producer Mark Platt's emergency flight to New York wasn't just a friendly chat, it was Disney's last attempt to save a $370 million investment from complete destruction. Industry gossip claims that Disney lawyers were already drafting breach of contract papers, while Snow White was still in theaters, preparing for a legal battle that could force Rachel to pay back her entire salary plus damages. The most shocking speculation is that Disney's internal documents allegedly show they considered reshooting her scenes with a different actress, but the cost would have been astronomical. Sources whisper that Disney executives now use Rachel as a cautionary tale in meetings, warning future stars about what happens when personal politics destroy corporate investments. The Mouse House isn't just done with her.
And Nadia Stacy designed her hair and makeup. It's like the most incredible thing in the world. And then all of a sudden you open your eyes and you watch the playback, which I never do. And I saw myself on screen and I just wanted to throw up. I was so happy about it. And it was the most incredible experience.
They're reportedly making sure every other studio knows exactly why. Rachel's psychological state has allegedly deteriorated so severely that those close to her are genuinely worried about her well-being. And what's being reported about her behavior is absolutely heartbreaking. Multiple sources claim she's been seeking intensive therapy sessions, with some suggesting she's on anxiety medication just to function day to day after the Snow White backlash nearly destroyed her mentally. Theater insiders whisper that during Evita rehearsals, Rachel would sometimes freeze on stage, staring blankly as if she couldn't remember where she was or what she was supposed to be doing. The speculation is that the constant online harassment and death threats have left her in a state of paranoia, allegedly requiring security just to leave her apartment. Crew members reportedly describe mood swings so severe that she'd go from laughing to crying within minutes, leading to concerns about her ability to complete the West End run. Some sources suggest she's developed an obsession with reading every comment and review about herself, staying awake for hours scrolling through social media despite her team begging her to stop. The most disturbing rumors claim she's been having panic attacks during interviews, sometimes requiring medical attention off camera. Industry psychologists who work with celebrities suggest her behavior matches someone experiencing severe trauma response, and the pressure of carrying Disney's most expensive flop may have pushed her past her breaking point.
That was having a revival, and the producers and directors were ordering lunch while I was singing.
What?
It was so
Like,
horrible.
actually, while you were singing a song?
Yeah. I booked West Side Story a week later, though.
The truth about Rachel's Evita performance is far more disturbing than anyone initially reported. And eyewitness accounts paint a picture of an actress completely falling apart in real time. Multiple theater sources claim the standing ovation wasn't for her performance, it was out of pity, as audiences watched her break down emotionally during the final bow, sobbing so hard she couldn't speak. Speculation suggests that her crying wasn't from happiness, but from the overwhelming realization that this might be her last major role ever, as Hollywood had already started turning its back on her. Behind-the-scenes reports allegedly describe Rachel colliding with other actors during scenes, missing cues, and at one point completely forgetting her lines for nearly 30 seconds of dead silence. The most shocking rumors claim she was so unstable that understudies were kept on standby every night, ready to go on at a moment's notice if she couldn't continue. Theater staff supposedly describe her as haunted, constantly looking over her shoulder and jumping at unexpected sounds, as if she was expecting something terrible to happen. Some witnesses suggest her emotional breakdown on stage wasn't spontaneous. She'd been building up to it for weeks, and everyone could see the cracks forming. The speculation is that her team knew she wasn't mentally fit to perform but pushed her through anyway, desperate to salvage what little career she had left.
What was it like seeing yourself for the first time in full Snow White drag?
I love that description. It's perfect. Oh my God, well, when you get to wear Sandy Powell, first of all, insane. And then you get to be lit by Mandy Walker.
Quick break. If you're as shocked by these revelations as I was when I first uncovered them, smash that like button and subscribe, because Hollywood's darkest secrets don't stay buried for long, and you won't want to miss what comes next. Hollywood's elite have allegedly made a pact to ensure Rachel Zegler never works in major films again, and the methods they're using are more ruthless than you could imagine. Industry insiders whisper that after Snow White's catastrophic failure, major studios began quietly passing around a do not hire list with Rachel's name at the very top, effectively destroying her career without any public announcement. Speculation suggests that agents and managers are being pressured to drop her as a client, with some sources claiming that representing Rachel has become toxic to their own reputations. The rumors are that streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon have been informally warned away from casting her, with Disney allegedly using their industry influence to ensure she remains unemployable. Most shocking is the speculation that other actors are being advised not to associate with her publicly, as being seen supporting Rachel could damage their own relationships with powerful studios. Sources suggest that roles she was supposedly being considered for, from Toy Story 5 voice work to Pirates of the Caribbean appearances, were never real offers, just industry rumors designed to give her false hope while the blacklist was being organized. The whispers claim that even independent film producers are staying away, fearful that association with Rachel could hurt their chances of future studio deals. This isn't just career damage. It's allegedly a coordinated effort to make her completely unemployable in entertainment.
And the fan reaction was insane. We didn't even see what they were clapping for. I think it was good. I don't know.
Sizzle. We didn't see anything. Yeah. We're still waiting.
You see yourself as the evil queen. You are not evil. You are not evil. You're a queen, but you're not evil. Well,
sending a message that crossing Disney has consequences that last forever. The tension between Rachel and Gal Gadot has escalated into what sources describe as an all-out war, with Gal allegedly working behind the scenes to ensure Rachel faces maximum consequences for their Snow White disaster. Industry gossip suggests that Gal's public comments calling Rachel a woke clown were just the beginning, with rumors that she's been privately lobbying other actors and directors to avoid working with her co-star. Speculation claims that Gal's connections in Hollywood run deeper than most realize, and she's allegedly using every relationship to make sure Rachel pays for the professional embarrassment and financial losses they both suffered. Sources whisper that Gal blamed Rachel not just for the movie's failure, but for the death threats and harassment she received from Rachel's political activism during promotion. The most explosive rumors suggest that Gal has been feeding negative stories about Rachel to entertainment journalists, ensuring that every article about their movie focuses on Rachel's problematic behavior rather than shared responsibility. Industry insiders claim that Gal's team has been working overtime to distance her from the Snow White failure while making sure all blame falls squarely on Rachel's shoulders. Some sources speculate that Gal's influence helped convince Disney executives that Rachel was entirely at fault for their massive financial loss, leading to the alleged legal action being prepared against her.
It's an inner child healing story through which I got to heal some inner child. And so getting to embrace that youth again and that innocence, but also that stubbornness of belief that there is good in people. It's a really beautiful thing to get to revisit.
What was the healing that you got from this role?
Stay true to yourself, it's gonna be okay.
The whispers are that this isn't just professional disappointment. It's personal revenge for what Gal sees as Rachel's selfish destruction of what should have been a career-defining success for both actresses. The financial consequences Rachel is allegedly facing could leave her bankrupt and potentially behind bars, with legal experts suggesting Disney's case against her could set a devastating precedent for future contract breaches. Speculation claims that Disney's lawyers are preparing a lawsuit demanding she pay back not just her multi-million-dollar salary, but also damages for the promotional sabotage that allegedly contributed to the film's massive losses. Industry sources whisper that Disney's legal team has been building a case for months, collecting evidence of every social media post, interview comment, and public statement that they claim damaged the film's box office potential. The most terrifying rumors suggest that Disney is seeking damages exceeding $100 million, an amount that would financially destroy Rachel for the rest of her life, even if she never works again. Legal experts who specialize in entertainment contracts speculate that Disney's case could include criminal charges if they can prove intentional sabotage, potentially leading to prison time on top of the financial devastation.
Been working so tirelessly in London to make this beautiful movie. It comes out in March of 2025, and I'm just so excited for everyone to see it. What can you say? When you get people talking, it's a good thing.
Sources claim that Disney's message is clear. They want other actors to see what happens when personal politics interfere with corporate interests, making Rachel an example that will terrify future stars into compliance. The speculation is that even if Rachel wins the legal battle, the court costs alone could bankrupt her, and the public nature of the lawsuit will ensure no studio ever risks hiring her again. Industry insiders suggest this case could redefine how studios handle activist actors, giving them legal weapons to destroy careers of anyone who steps out of line. Rachel's behavior suggests someone who has become psychologically addicted to conflict and controversy, with sources claiming her need for drama has become so severe it's destroying her remaining relationships and career prospects. Industry psychologists speculate that the attention from political activism, even negative attention, has become a drug she can't quit, leading her to make increasingly reckless statements despite watching her career implode in real time. Crew members from various projects allegedly describe Rachel as someone who seems to thrive on chaos, picking fights with lighting technicians, makeup artists, and fellow actors over minor disagreements that escalate into major confrontations. The most disturbing speculation is that Rachel's therapists have allegedly identified this pattern, but she continues seeking conflict anyway, as if she's unconsciously trying to destroy her own success.
I know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently.
Sources suggest her social media activity follows a predictable pattern. Moments of seeming calm followed by explosive political posts that reignite controversies just as public attention starts to fade. Industry veterans whisper that they've seen this behavior before in actors who sabotage themselves when success becomes too overwhelming. But Rachel's case is allegedly more extreme than anything they've witnessed. The speculation is that her need for drama has become so compulsive that she'd rather be hated and talked about than ignored and forgotten, even if it means destroying the career she once claimed to want desperately. Mental health experts suggest this pattern indicates someone who may have never learned how to handle success and instead finds comfort in the familiar territory of conflict and public criticism. The entertainment industry has allegedly reached a unanimous decision about Rachel Zegler's future, and what they're planning will ensure she never threatens another major production again. Industry sources claim that studio heads have been meeting privately to discuss the Rachel problem, with speculation that they've created an informal agreement to keep her permanently blacklisted from any project with a budget over $10 million. The whispers suggest that talent agencies are being pressured to drop her, with some allegedly already preparing to terminate her representation rather than risk their relationships with major studios. Most shocking is the speculation that streaming services, independent producers, and even international film companies are being quietly discouraged from hiring her.
So, there's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
Effectively creating a global entertainment ban. Sources claim that the industry's message is clear. Rachel's behavior during Snow White was so damaging that hiring her now would be seen as a direct insult to Disney and other major studios. The rumors are that this blacklist extends beyond just acting roles, with voice work, endorsement deals, and even reality TV appearances becoming off-limits as her toxic reputation spreads. Industry veterans suggest that this level of coordinated exclusion is unprecedented, typically reserved for actors with serious criminal convictions rather than those guilty of political activism. The speculation is that Rachel's case will be studied in Hollywood for years as the perfect example of how quickly and completely the industry can destroy someone who threatens their financial interests. Rachel Zegler's sentencing isn't happening in a courtroom. It's being carried out by an industry that has decided her career is over, and the execution is more brutal than any legal punishment could ever be. The speculation is that this calculated destruction of her future serves as a warning to every actor in Hollywood that crossing major studios has consequences that extend far beyond one failed project. Sources whisper that Rachel's name has become synonymous with career suicide in industry circles, used as a cautionary tale to keep other performers in line when they consider mixing politics with promotion. The most devastating aspect isn't just that she'll never work again, it's that the industry wants everyone to watch her fall as a reminder of their power to destroy lives completely.
Rachel, this is your second film.
I know.
How do you describe that experience?
Oh, it's so weird and like not okay. No pun intended, lightning struck twice for me. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world.
Industry insiders claim that Rachel's desperation is now visible to everyone. From her pathetic attempts to celebrate Snow White's box office failure to her emotional breakdown on the Evita stage as reality finally hit her. The speculation is that she's finally understanding what she's lost. Not just current opportunities, but any hope of redemption, as Hollywood has decided to make her suffering public and permanent. Mental health experts worry about what happens to someone whose entire identity was built around being an actress when that identity is stripped away so completely and publicly. The final irony is that Rachel once declared people would wait in line to see her movies, but now the only line forming is of studios, agents, and industry professionals waiting to distance themselves from the toxic wasteland her career has become.